And U.S. News and World Report says a breakthrough treatment to fight cancer has federal approval this morning. The FDA support makes CAR-T the first approved gene therapy in the United States. It reprograms the body's own immune system to attack a deadly type of blood cancer. CAR-T was effective in clinical trials in 83% of children and young adults with leukemia.
12-year-old Emily Whitehead was the first pediatric patient to receive this therapy. 5 years ago, she was dying from cancer, but today she is cancer-free. Researchers hope that this type of therapy could one day be used against multiple diseases. Our Dr. David Agus has been following the testing and approval of the treatment. He leads the USC Westside Cancer Center and joins us from Los Angeles. David, good morning to you.
Good morning, Gayle.
It's very exciting to hear about Emily's story. Help us understand why the medical community is so excited about this. It's being called a new frontier in medicine.
Oh, it's so great to have a positive story this week, and this is really an amazing story. So this is a treatment different than all other treatments in cancer. You take out the immune cells from these children who have end-stage leukemia. You send them to a factory in New Jersey, and what happens is they do gene therapy to put in the gene to target these immune cells back to the leukemia. They send the cells back, they're infused into the child, and 83% of these children that have failed all treatment go into remission. So this is a living therapy.
Now, the treatment's for a very narrow group of patients, so who is eligible initially?
So right now it is children and young adults with ALL, a particular kind of aggressive leukemia that have failed other treatments. But in the pipeline is lymphoma in adults and in children.
David, take us through the cost for this. I want to get this right. This is eye-popping. Almost $500,000, $475,000. That's in line with certain other therapies, but then the payment for this is also unique, right?
No question about it. Is that, today in Fortune magazine, Dana Goldman, an economist at USC, and myself have a piece talking about this. Realize and put the $475,000 in perspective. A transplant, which would be an alternative treatment in these kids, costs $800,000. But what Novartis, the pharmaceutical company, negotiated with the Center for Medicare Services, which is the U.S. government, is that you only have to pay if the child is in remission at 1 month. So you only pay if the drug works. And so actually basing the cost or charge of the drug on value is a whole new innovative way of pricing drugs. So innovative treatment and also innovative payment. Certainly $475,000 is an enormous price, but at the same time, it is different in kids who don't respond and do respond. And when this comes out for different indications, they're going to charge different amounts. So it's actually based on what it saves.
What are the risks?
There are real risks to this, is that you're killing lots of cells at once, and you get what's called a cytokine storm. So it's only being administered right now in 20 centers that are certified and know how to deal with this. That number will expand over the next year. But it is a difficult therapy, but these kids have no other choice. So to them, it is life-saving, as you saw with Emily at the beginning of the story.
Can you use this on other diseases, or is this only for cancer?
Yeah, so you're going to see approvals in the next several months for lymphoma in adults. You also have clinical trials. There are over 50 clinical trials now in different indications. And so these indications range from other kinds of cancer, like solid tumors, to heart disease and others. So it's very exciting that we now have a living drug to treat patients.
Exciting. Thank you very much, Dr. David Agus.